Hey guys, so today I'm really excited to be sharing with you all my must-haves for this whole like luminous dewy skin look that I've been loving. I really haven't wanted a matte look in a very long time. For a few years now I've been wanting a more like natural look. I don't want my skin to look matted out or powdery, but lately I have really been loving an even more luminous finish with a bit more, I've been a bit more heavy-handed or using different products that have a bit more of like a gleam, a bit of a glow to them on my cheeks, which kind of gives you that whole dewy effect. I really love it. It makes your skin look just so natural. It's going to be kind of like not just a tutorial, because I am going to share with you how I use my new Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation that I showed in a haul recently, that I didn't want to leave out for you guys. I really wanted to show you guys how I've been using that. But I kind of want to go over this just really quickly and share with you guys some of my top products for your skin that give you that glow, and then I'll actually demo them in the video. But I do think that the prep is really important. You can't just slap these on your skin if it's dry or, not good. I feel like you gotta have really moisturized skin. Even if you have trouble skin, moisturize your skin. That's gonna make such a difference. My skin does not produce as much oil. I never have to touch up anymore. I used to have the oiliest skin, but I started using kind of like more gentle things, still effective things, all the Sunday Riley stuff, and still a few of my Murad things, but I just moisturize really well. And I love using this before my foundation. And what's hilarious, not like right before, but like after I wash my face in the morning, and then I'll do my foundation afterwards, or I'll go right into my BB cream. It's funny because now the whole trend that I'm seeing, it's the new like face oil primers. Like the Bobbi Brown has the face oil like that you can use before your makeup, and then or after, whatever, just all these oil primers. Getting your skin really plump, really like ready for foundation is the key. And I used to always say that I thought primers were so gimmicky, because really if you get a good, if you start with a good like balanced surface of your skin, you're really moisturized, you don't have like any flakes or anything, you don't really need all that. They do help, they're nice, but this is just so simple and I love it. It's the Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream. I am so obsessed with this. It smells so amazing. It's like just the best smell. It's really pretty and nice and all, but it actually works really well. So I use that right after I wash my face, and then sometimes I go right into my BB cream. This is the Herborian. It's very natural looking, and then sometimes this is all I do. You can even use this like a makeup, like before your makeup if you wanted more coverage, which this pairs really nicely with this whole luminous trend if you want a little more coverage, because this has a great finish. It's very natural in finish. It's like a beautiful glowy petally finish, but it doesn't look cakey or anything, but it layers really well. Like you can actually put foundation over it. I don't do that every day. If I do that, I really like using this. I'll use my L'Oreal Lumi cushion. Like I said, a lot of days I just wear this on its own, but sometimes I really like taking this, because I've really friggin' fallen in love with this. And I even take the puff. I know in the video when I did the tutorial, I was just pretty much using this, and I said the puff wasn't my favorite. It's not my favorite if I'm just gonna really apply it like foundation all over, but I like to just take it and get some of these little things. I do have a whole video on this if you're curious, but just take a little bit of it and just kind of put it in areas where I might need a little more coverage, and it gives just a beautiful glow. So I've been doing that and I really love it. Or if I know that I'm really gonna use a foundation like this, I pretty much will just skip this and go straight into this. But this is a wonderful foundation. It's more luminous than I would say. The Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation is more of like a natural finish. It's not super luminous. This one has a bit of that pretty sheen to it. They're both very good. These three foundations are just amazing. So the Chantecaille, like I said, I had a sample of this. Loved it, used it, and then I was getting the Josie Maran Vibrancy. I got the Magic Foundation. I got more into the luminous foundations. I was using all those, and then, I just decided I'll get it, I'll try it, because I went back to my little, my little sample of this, and I thought, this is really cool, and I could see like when it's in a larger jar how that could kind of be cool to work with, and it is. It's just a little like gel kind of foundation, but this builds beautifully. This builds better than any foundation, better than the Lumi cushion. It's wonderful. It feels a little more set when you build it, which I like. So that's wonderful. I'm gonna show you how I use that with a beauty blender, but it's just so easy to work with, and it feels really light, and that's what I like. You can build it, but it actually sets, feels really nice. Feels even more set than the Lumi cushion does. And then I'm gonna kind of share with you this little concealer. I'll go through the whole thing, but this, I have just fallen so in love with this. I still have my Laura Mercier highlight, but I've been wanting just a little extra, and I feel like this honestly looks more like a liquid. It looks more like a gleam, and it's called Gleam, the whole palette is. But I'm just saying it has like that, like it just looks kind of glistening and pretty without looking like glittery or powdery or like frosted, you know? It actually looks like dewy skin. It's really, really beautiful, and don't be afraid of powders either. You can get some that actually look really natural and nice. So now let's do the whole little routine using the Chantecaille. Okay, so you guys already know, I kind of mentioned that I'm gonna use this Chantecaille Future Skin. I feel like my skin looks much more glowy when I use this before, and this is the Sunday Riley Tidal Cream. 100% recommend. I love this stuff. It is so, so great. You guys really have to try this if you like a dewy, more luminous finish, and it smells really, really good. I know but it's really nice, and I find that I feel like it's really nourishing if my skin does do anything a little odd, like if it's gonna break out. It kind of like pulls, I don't know, it makes it heal faster. I really haven't had issues with that lately, but I feel like this keeps me from breaking out, as strange as that sounds. With this Chantecaille or with the Lumi cushion or with anything like that, I've been liking just to kind of go for it with just using like this as a primer, and I really like it. I like to use a beauty blender, a dampened beauty blender, and normally I don't have a dry one and a damp one, but just so you can see the difference, the dry one, I mean, it pretty much doubles in size, and it's just so soft. You shouldn't have any water coming out of it. Squeeze it out in a clean towel. So I don't like to dip straight into it. I dip a clean finger into it, put it on the back of my hand, and then you just kind of work it in with your beauty blender. This foundation is a medium to full coverage foundation, but you can really like sheer it out as much as you want. The formula actually feels like a gel, it just feels kind of like a gel, and kind of like a moisturizer almost, like one of those gel moisturizers, but honestly it kind of feels like the Tidal Cream, but maybe just a little thicker. Covers darkness, redness, without covering it and making your face look like just too much, you know? And you can apply it different ways. You can use it with your fingertips. I just think you get the most out of it and better finish when you use a damp beauty blender. Some people, I think, get scared of a luminous finish foundation. You can like build it. You can kind of see like if you have any darkness or anything, you can kind of build it up. People are kind of afraid, I think, of foundations that say that because they feel like they can't wear them if they have a little bit of, you know, like oilier skin or anything like that. I found since I stopped using really harsh like skin treatments and stuff, and I've been moisturizing so much, I don't have a lot of oil anymore. So I find that I don't have to touch up much. I really don't touch up at all when I use this, nor this. I just feel like these are so similar. They're very different products when you like put them side by side and compare them, but the way they make your skin look is very similar. I feel like you can get, do I want to say more coverage with this one? Maybe. And I feel like also if you build up more of it, the Chantecaille is actually going, let's see, I don't know, none of them are going to feel like powder set, and I don't really like that. I just really love the way that this one builds. I can put it around my eyes. I've already done my eyeshadow and stuff, but you know, it's just really nice. Then if you have any dark spots or anything or any breakouts, you want to go back with a separate concealer. My skin's been pretty good lately, so I don't really have to do that, but don't feel like you just need to pile up and pile up and pile up your foundation. That is like a recipe for disaster. Just use your foundation until you get like a good coverage on the good parts of your skin. Maybe a little more where you might have some discoloration, but not to where it's like totally wiped out, because you want to use your concealer for that, because then you'll end up with too much makeup. I really, really love this concealer. It's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, and it has this huge little thing. You really don't need much at all. This is probably, I don't want to wipe it back in, but it's probably way too much. I use my finger a lot of the time. If I've got my beauty blender out, I will use that. But what I've noticed about this is that it's a very thin but very pigmented formula, and I use the shade Fair, which I believe is the lightest one, and it just kind of goes right into your skin. It's very complimentary to any of these like more luminous foundations. Doesn't have any like sparkle to it or anything, like don't, you know. It doesn't settle in your lines because I guess it's not so thick. I feel like when you know, when it kind of gets blended out, it's just kind of there to stay. But it's very moisturizing. I always take a little bit and just kind of, I've already done my eyeshadow, but you know. Don't be afraid to use, you know, if you want to use a powder bronzer, just one that's not matte, which then that gets tricky. My easiest one to use that just looks the most natural is my Bronze Universal. This I just love and I swear by, and I have in my cart actually at Nordstrom to order. It's like gonna be in my next, which I don't know, they do free shipping anyway, so I should probably just go ahead and order it. But you get to the end and you gotta be so careful because these little pieces kind of fleck off, and I feel like it's getting a little dry. But this thing's really lasted me a long time. Probably longer than it should have. Do I want to use a blush? What have I been using that I love? You could use a cream blush. I think that you can get just as good of a result with a powder, honestly, if it has the right finish. Good old NARS Orgasm. It just has that bit of a sheen to it. It's not powdery looking on your face ever. You just want just a tiny touch of color. I don't like to put a whole lot because then again, it'll end up looking layered up. It'll look like you've got like too much product on your face. So it's just the perfect flush. It doesn't take away of the finish from the foundation. Everything still looks very like pretty. And then finally, this is the very last, most important step, is your highlighter. Love this so much. I've fallen so hard for this Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is in Gleam. And I love this Starburst color the very best. And I also like Crushed Pearl. All of them are beautiful, but this one I really love. I like both of those colors. This is a must-have highlighter brush. This is the Sigma Spotlight Duster. It's the F37. Like I said, they do sell these at Nordstrom now, which I kind of love. So you take a little bit of that, and it just picks up so much. And this is the Starburst color. And you see how that doesn't look like glitter. It doesn't look like frost. It looks like dewy, beautiful skin. And you know, I just feel like you don't have to always use liquid products to get that look. This just naturally looks like that without it. And then I could take the the Crushed Pearl and just lightly, just very lightly down your nose. If you wanted just a little pop of it in the middle. While they're powders, it looks like a gleam. It looks like a dewy, beautiful glow. It'll last so much better. For my lips, this is just the color that I've been loving for a while now. It's just the MAC Whirl, and I just fill in my lips with it. It looks very similar to this. You can put on like lip balm throughout the day, do whatever, but I put this over it. It's the Tarte Lippy Lingerie in Pure, which is really complimentary to the Whirl. This is so good. It just gives it a little bit of softness. And then sometimes like I'll put like lip balm on throughout the day if I just use the lip liner. To end everything, I'm going to use my very favorite makeup setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I actually can tell a difference when using this. I actually repurchased the MAC Fix Plus. I remember the very first time I used this was on my wedding day. And my friend brought it and I loved it. And I've used it so many years over, you know, the course of my channel. I like to spray brushes with it, spray a beauty blender with it, use it to set your makeup and whatever. And it works and it's fine. But there's something about this. I've been using them back and forth. I just really do feel like this one actually makes a difference. It keeps your colors from settling. It keeps your skin looking the same finish as when you applied your makeup, but even prettier and dewier. So if you really want like a dewy look or something, I really do feel like this is a must. And the spray on this is so fine that you don't feel like you're dripping. Like you can spray so much of it and it's just so even. I just love it. So you could definitely go lighter with the lips if you want to just like a more like summery look. I might do like a summery tutorial. I've got so many things. Like I said, I want to order another one of the, the Bronze Universal. A couple new summer, obviously the foundations that I've showed you. So I may use those again and kind of show you a different take on some summer. I've got so many summer must-haves that I want to share with you guys. Like I said, I've got to repurchase my Bronze Universal, which is always a must-have, but I might do some more summer looks coming up. Yeah, that's it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and definitely don't be afraid of the luminous look. Anyone can pull it off. I promise you. Don't be afraid of it if you've got oily skin. Right now, my makeup looks really dewy and glowy, but it feels really set. I swear, like, without being powdery. I just love it. So I promise you guys, you can pull this off. Give it a try. If you don't want to take the plunge with the Chantecaille, which I personally really love it, Definitely try the L'Oreal Lumi cushion. I've heard that this runs out quickly. I've been using it like pretty non-stop for a couple weeks now. I even use the puff that comes with it. And you know, I noticed sometimes I do have to press it a little harder. It's not as like wet as it was when I first got it, when I could just kind of lay my beauty blender on it. Although, like I said, when I use my beauty blender, I do feel like it picks up more. Whatever, I don't know. But this is so, so good. Definitely try this one. This one runs such a close race with this. Being from totally different price points. This is about $16. This is embarrassing. I'm not even gonna say how much it is. But as always, I love trying new things for you guys. I love trying new things for myself. I just love this. It's so much fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I will link to everything below. I hope that this helped you guys out and that you can embrace this trend and feel fabulous. I feel so much less made up and just natural and more confident wearing my makeup this way. So thank you guys again. Thank you for spending time with me as always. Love you so much, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye, guys.